This is a journalist that first contacted me.
Okay. Oh yeah. What did he contact you? What did he want? Did he want your
side? He wanted
side?
me to confirm the comments.
Oh, okay. So he wasn't asking you after your side. He just wanted corroboration, or
didn't get a right reply.
Right.
I really tried to, and I tried to use his motivation to get a story to say, look, I can give you some more red meat.
Yeah, sure.
But I was a little bit naive. I hadn't dealt with national media before. I'd done a few local media when I first ran, but not to the point where I was being, the negative publicity. And I was a little bit naive in the sense I thought, well, they'll want both sides of the story, or they'll want some context. Sure. And they didn't. It was really like a propaganda hit. And then once the national newspaper ran, it was copied.
Picked up all over the
place.
Okay.
And I knew at that point, look, my employer's going to find out. I was hoping it could just pass by, or I could explain it. Obviously, the political party that I ran with picked it up, and that was probably the third party that came into it after the media.
Because even this little bit of trauma itself is not where the actual story is, because, as you've hinted to, it goes in two directions. One is, well, what did the political party do both for you and to you, and of course, then what happened to you in your employment?
Yes.
Let's start with the political party first. What happened then when they found out about this story?
Yes, so the first reaction, I suppose, I got was from a call from the state director.
Right.
And he said, well, what's going on? and I said at this point, look, I'm happy to clarify, to follow up. And to be honest, I did see it as a bit of an opportunity to engage, because, like I said, I would have seen total media silence and ignorance as a failure for me having any sort of impact. So I thought, look, this is an opportunity for the party to put some context around some of my comments. They're meant to be the centre right, which is a broad church. And I thought, look, I can come at this as, look, I'm a Christian. Christian morality believes in X, Y, Z.
Sure.
We're a broad church, and this is how we show it. But really, the state director said, look, Matt, I've got other candidates that are Muslim. That's one of the things he said to me.
Right.
And he said, I've got other candidates of that persuasion, that you were talking about. And I said, well, I tried to say, look, we're a broad church. I'm happy to issue a statement that clarifies some of those things. Gave him a bit of he said, look, put something in writing, and I gave something about my beliefs, which were quoting the catechism, quoting scripture, quoting a bit of history. Just to say, look, these aren't my opinions. I'm just articulating what I believe from my background, and I'm trying to be honest about it. And it really didn't go anywhere. I think what he was after in hindsight was a retraction and an apology, the usual things that you back down, you apologise. And there was no way I was going to do that. I was prepared to not only lose my job and the party's endorsement, but I was... one of the things he actually said to me is, Matt, doesn't your employer have a DEI committee? And I thought, these are the guys that go after you if you're actually different, so the opposite of what they say. And this was 2023, sort of the height of that DEI movement. I'd actually joined my company's DEI committee as a bit of a preemptive shot, but. So they sort of had this whole ecosystem set up for me to make a retraction, and I wasn't going to.